Good afternoon. I hope everybody is doing great. So before we are starting in, I just would like to know a brief introduction that either you people are aware about F5 or not, or some of you are working. If yes, just provide yes or no on the chat. Okay. I can see Pawan is saying no. Zara, yes. What about you, Vishal, MIH? Okay. Let me start with our demo today. So today topic is F5 LTM. Let me tell you, F5 Networks is a company, organization, okay? F5 Networks. Like we have Cisco, like we have Juniper Networks, like we have Palo Alto Networks. Similarly, F5 Networks is also a vendor or an organization. It has many product family, out of which one product family is Big IP. Big IP again have different modules available like LTM, GTM, ASM, APM, ARM, and many more to go. But the base module is LTM, about which we will be gonna talk in our today's class. So when I am saying that we are gonna cover F5 LTM, it means out of F5, the product suite is Big IP LTM. LTM means local traffic manager. Okay. If I will say that what is LTM, people will generally answer in the form that this is a load balancer. But that is a partial truth. Okay. It is a partial truth because it's not only the load balancer, but it does more than load balancing. Like what? If I will talk about the first point is we can say it maintain our application availability. So why application is required? Application is mandate for any of the business because in the world of digitalization, nowadays every business is moving towards the apps. And apps is bit like if we need to do the shopping, we go to the Amazon, we go to the Flipkart, Meesho, or any of the app, right? So apps are a business for some organizations. And what we are doing when we are learning LTM, it means we are providing or LTM is providing the application to be available all of the time. So it keep apps available as per the traffic demand and ensure that your users have access of the application every time. There should not be any issues. Okay. So it helps or maintain an organization for the high availability and the reliability through different scenarios. What could be the scenarios if I will ask? The very first thing is load balancing. It does the load balancing, right? Load balancing, simple meaning. Okay, in the layman term, if I will say what is load balance? Load balance means to distribute the load among multiple servers. Let us say for one app, I have 3 servers. And before 3 servers, I have LTM in place. LTM is aware that for a specific application, I have 3 servers and it creates something named as pool. This terminology may be new for you, but it's all right. We will be going to discuss it during the class. It will form a pool. And when any customer will come, any of the customer will come, they will come to the single IP, which is named as virtual server. And in turn, virtual server will distribute the load as such that all of the traffic is distributed among all of the servers, backend servers, in a uniform way, which means every server is utilized uniformly. It's not like that server 1 is consuming 90% and server 2 and server 3 are 10% only. It should not be the case. So it maintains application availability by distributing the load to all of the servers named as load balancing. Second, traffic steering. What does this term means? Traffic steering means when we need to direct some particular type of traffic to specifically source to handle that type of workload. Let me give an use case, and with an example, probably you people can understand. Let us say these users are the Japan users. Okay, my website is working in Japan and in China. So upper one are the Japan, lower one are the China. What I want when Japan users are coming and China users are coming on my virtual server, depending upon their location, there are some servers which are hosted for the Japan website. There are some servers which are hosted for the China people or Chinese language. So Japan people will have all the resources in the Japan language. All the application will be shown in the Japanese. Okay. Whereas China people will come, it would be in Chinese. So this is just a use case like how you can steer the traffic as per the requirement of business. What else? In the see, we are on the first point, maintaining application availability. Okay, because I was saying that it is more beyond than only load balancing. Load balancing is one of the sub part of it. Traffic steering it can do. Then third point, there is something named as health monitoring. Very, very important feature. Let me again explain you by giving some of the use case so that you people can relate it. Let us say some of the application users are coming. When these users are coming to the virtual server in turn sending the traffic to one of the server, maybe server 1 or server 2, depending upon what load balancing mechanism you have applied. Either it can be a static load balancing, it can be a dynamic load balancing too, that we will be going to discuss later on. But let us say virtual server sending the traffic to server 1 and server 1 is down. So this user will not receive any response. When second person is coming, it is landed up to the server 2, it is up, this will receive response. Again, this user will see that application is down, this user will see application is up, down, and consecutively, such kind of pattern will be revised. Now, this should not be the case. It should be user-friendly. And application availability means application should be up for the end users. What happened is F5 does the health monitoring in advance. And if let us say this is down, my virtual server will not send any traffic to the down resource. All the traffic will be redirected to the server 2 till my server 1 is not up. Once my server 1 is also up, the traffic will be redirected to the server 1 and server 2 both. So this is named as health monitoring, which is again the part of your first point, how to maintain application availability. Any question to anyone in these subparts and the main first point of availability maintaining? No? Good. Let's move. So this is our first point. Second point, what it does, it improves the end user experience. Okay, now we are talking about second point. Improve end user experience. How? I am again coming to the first point in this. It uses something named as TCP optimization. You can Google a term TCP Express. There you can see FI people, even in the RFC, has provided some of the changes that it should be happened in the TCP original RFC. So the people are using TCP Express, which is 5% more faster than other vendors, which other vendors are using TCP. And what is TCP? I need not to tell that maximum all the applications are using TCP protocol, right? It is L4 layer 4 level of protocol in our OSI model. TCP IP model, if you see, you can able to relate in that way as well. So TCP optimization is really very important, and it enables a state of the art of optimization dramatically to improve your performance. So your application performance would be fast. No one like to be having a slow or the unreliable application, right? So using your big IP LTM, you can scale or meet the traffic demands, improving the loading time or the user experience using these some points. Second, you can use cache. What the cache is? Let us say my server is in US. My client is in India. This client is demanding for some resource from the US. Okay. And there is end spoke also in the India as well. But again, I need to bring up from the US to the India and from India to the user. So, but obvious, if such a huge distance is there, there would be some latency, right? What F5 says that, okay, I can provide caching. Caching means the same page I will cache in my India location, so that user need not to go to the US, but from the India only, it will receive that traffic. And again, caching means what? It is offloading your repetitive traffic from application server to improve the performance and your scalability. Okay, let's talk about the third. So new protocols are coming. It is emerging all of the protocols. Like, have you heard about MQTT or IoT, Internet over Thing? If there are IoT clients, okay, even that can also provide, LTM can also provide load balancing for them. Any question from anybody on this? No? Very silent, sir. Okay. Let's move further and talk about more in the term that what F5 LTM can do. Third factor is the security factor, which is again very important, and we cannot omit security in any case. Your big IP LTM deliver industry leading security, either it is for inbound traffic, either it is for outbound traffic. Okay, like what is inbound and outbound, I need to tell you people. So let us say, again, I am just creating the F5 LTM, same diagram. Let us say these are the backend servers. So when traffic is coming, let us say through this direction, F5 LTM will intercept it and will see that either all the things are there, which should be, there should not be any kind of vulnerabilities. When response is going, in that case also it will check all the things. It means either it is in direction, either it is out direction. With respect to the F5, it will check every protection layer. So it will encrypt the traffic with the choice of your cipher suits based on the policy, compliance, or whatever the requirement from the user. And it will check and does the whole part which should be there with respect to your organization. So in this subpart, if I will talk about is SSL. So I hope you guys are aware about SSL, because any traffic, when you work on URLs, you use HTTPS. S stands for the security. Let me tell you one thing before proceeding further. If you wanted to read, let us say, if you wanted to read more about it, you just go to the NetMinion. You can see here the blocks. Go to the blocks. Okay, in the blocks, you can see where is that SSL key. There is SSL and TLS handshake. You can able to relate like what this SSL or TLS does. Okay, how this handshake happen. Although this is a part of our curriculum, and in the class, when we need to go for such a particular topic, I will tell you each and every point in very detail, like what is symmetric key, what is asymmetric key, how we need to onboard SSL offloading, how we will do SSL bridging, and every part I will tell you. But if you are interested for the free resources, probably you just go to the blogging website, our blogging website, and you can read about the same. It has a really very good knowledge probably you will receive from here. Okay, fine. So this is SSL protection. Secondly, you can put a lot of security policies using I rules, or if you are using ASM module, you can put security policies on that, but that is not a part of LTM. So I am skipping that part, but Big IP provide you really a lot of more things. Let's move to the next point. Again, we are talking about that it does more than load balancing. Okay, in load balancing, like we have talked about a couple of the points, and the fourth point what I am going to discuss about real-time operational intelligence, or intelligence, maybe we can say. What does it mean? If you people have heard about attacks, so one of the attack, which is not a specific attack, but we can say it's a loophole, or it's a lack of knowledge, or maybe lack of configuration, that happens because people do not log the traffic and people do not monitor the traffic efficiently. But let me tell you, when you are using Big IP LTM, you can do the data logging and analysis, real-time application health monitoring in a very detailed manner, depending upon your configuration. So I would say here, you can F5 can do high-speed logging and it can do analytics. So high-speed logging means it is a process to send the log and message to a remote server with high-speed logging, and to fetch out the reports to analyze the improvements and the optimization of your application accordingly. Again, I would be going to talk about these profiles, but later on in the class. Today is the demo class. So I just giving you the overview of all the features. So these are the 4 points, and I hope you people have some knowledge now that it is adding the security, it is providing you real-time operational intelligence, it is providing you, it is just saying that improving the end user experience. And in the last, we talked about maintaining application availability. Any doubt so far from anybody, please ask. Okay. If no one has any doubt, probably we are good to go. Yes, Vishal, you are speaking something? I see you are unmuting yourself.
No, there was no doubt.
Okay. Now, let me talk about more about the product overview. See, we are saying F5. F5 is providing you two type of, maybe I can say, you can controls for deploying the F5 appliance in your production environment. One is on the basis of hardware. Second is on the basis of virtual additions. Hardware and virtual addition depending upon your requirement, like how you are selecting it. But again, in the hardware, you can have simple hardware like I series. You can have chassis basis system also available. Okay. In virtual addition, you can run it on some of the hypervisors. Either it is Citrix, either it is VM or whatever. Okay. And second thing, not only this, because technologies are increasing rapidly and all the clients are moving towards the cloud, you can deploy these F5 appliances on AWS, on Azure, on Google Cloud, okay, on Alibaba or whatever, okay. Maybe to their marketplace, you can just select F5 appliance and you can deploy in the cloud as well. Because nowadays, everybody is moving towards the cloud. So it doesn't matter where you are putting it, functionality would be same. So core capabilities, I will say, that are same. And what are the core capabilities that I discussed before some time? Capabilities of the product, like SSL acceleration. Okay. It provide you SSL acceleration, like offload the SSL traffic, or you need to pass through it, or you need to put the bridging. Then I talked about real-time analytics. You can have real-time analytics. Then we talked about availability, right? We talked about full proxy. Full proxy, if I missed, let me say full proxy also. Again, it's a very big topic. I will be gonna cover it into the classes, but for the time being, I am just giving you a very, brief demo about the proxy. Let us say this user need to go to the server. Okay. When it is going to the server, this user is going to the server, and in between there are some switches or the routers. This server would be the source, and the destination will be the server. And any device which is coming in between, like router, switch, or layer 3 device, it will be passed through. Whereas, if I will talk about F5 device can act as a reverse proxy, forward proxy, both. But again, I don't want to make you confused. Let us say there is F5 device, LTM in our case, and there is server. Here, source will be our user, but the destination will be F5. In turn, F5 will again act as a source and destination will be server. It means it is intercepting the traffic in between. And since it is intercepting the traffic in between from both sides, from server side also and from client side also, So from source side, when it is securing the server, it is acting as a reverse proxy. But if you are placing it before the client, it is acting as a forward proxy. It means it can act in a both of way, either the reverse proxy or the forward proxy, both. That is the reason this is named as full proxy device. There are some scenarios where this full proxy functionality will get break. But again, I will be going to discuss them during our class, because in our demo lecture, I cannot complete end-to-end thing, right? So it is acting as a full proxy. Again, if I will suggest you wanted to read about the full proxy, you please go to the blogs, and there we have provided you what is half proxy, what is full proxy, how does they work. Okay, probably if you just go there, you would be able to understand that what these proxies means. Where is the proxy? Give me a minute, let me check. Some proxy. Here you go. See, FILTM, if you wanted to go for the forward proxy and the reverse proxy, how does they work? Probably you can please go through these links and you can able to understand a lot. Even if you have some doubts, please ping me over the WhatsApp. I would be happy to help you. So it acts as a full proxy. Now, let me tell you, you will get some of the resource from our side when you are joining us in the live classes, or maybe if you wanted to buy the videos, you just click over here. Okay. When you go to our website, netminion.net, there is a video button over there. Probably it will lead you to the video website, and from there you can just purchase and you can use whatever course you wanted to go for. Okay. Now, if I will show you the courses, and let me go to the LTM.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. Can you just give introduction about a little bit about proxy? I mean to say reverse full proxy and this one difference at least.
Sure, I will tell you. Now, let me complete this, then I will come to that part. If you will click on the LTM part, okay, you can just see our old demos. Like there is something named as iRule, which is a tool command language based functionality. Very powerful feature. Again, I skipped that feature during our demo. So this feature is also a unique selling point. When F5 is selling their products in the market, iRule is one of them. Okay, it is what it is saying. It is saying that you can customize your traffic by your own, just introducing the iRule, and that's it. You can modify the functionality of by default nature of F5. Now, if you just scroll it down, there is one thing. Okay, it's asking me to download. Let me download this and let me show you the syllabus. Okay. Then I will be coming to your point. I'm engaged. Don't worry. Just allow me a minute. Let me just first complete this. So if I open this specific syllabus, what we are gonna cover in our classes, you can download by the way on your PC as well. So we are starting from the initial thing, like how to do the initial setup. How? We will be providing you this lab. Can you see this lab? This lab will be available to everybody of you, your own configuration. It's not like that if I am doing some configuration, it will be gonna configure in your devices also. No, everybody has their own code. So if you see, just you need to right click and you need to just start these devices. Okay, once you wanted to take console, just double click and you can see this Windows, like this Windows machine is booting up. Let me scale it up so that I can make you aware. So this window machine is booting up. The same way it will be get booted up for you guys as well. What happened? Now, if I need to go to the internet or if I need to go to any of the device, probably I will just put the IP addressing of my device and it will be bringing me there. Like if you see, this is an FI device. Okay, it need to be do the relicensing. That is a part of your classes. Don't worry, I will be teaching you during our classes. But this is how, which is free, okay, free of cost for practice basis, not for the production. So we will be doing all of those labs over here. But you can see the syllabus that we are doing it from the scratch. Like we are providing you each and everything, like how to start up the device from the scratch. Okay. Then going up, we will be telling you each and every topic. What are the virtual servers, persistence, SSL traffic, netting, I rules, high availability, how to maintain your big IP LTM, and some of the troubleshooting steps, like how to use the Wireshark, how to capture the traffic, how to generate the QK view. All of those things we will be gonna talk about in our classes. But for now, this was the whole thing. But MIH, what is your full name? Sorry.
Sorry.
What is your name? It's showing MIH.
Yeah, Ishaq here, Mohammed Ishaq here.
Okay. So let me talk about the proxies. Okay. If we see the forward proxy, the same proxy which are present there in all of the environment, mostly that when our users need to go to the internet, right? There is a proxy available here, which will send all the traffic. Let us say this is Google server or whatever server. Okay. This proxy will hide the identity of your clients, right? And it will also see that these applications are valid or not valid to go or to access. So this is your forward proxy, which is in place of your clients. For reverse proxy is bit doing the same job, but it is in place F5 LTM, let us say we are placing before the servers. Okay. So again, same thing. Clients are coming over the internet. Since we need not to disclose our server's identity, we are placing some service there or some device there, which is acting as a reverse proxy, and it will show its own identity and does not reveal the backend server's identity. So in this case, it is acting as a reverse proxy. F5 can be placed here. F5 can be placed here also. So F5 is a full proxy device. Is it fine?
If you are saying from the internet, like if the traffic hits the virtual server, that will be the reverse proxy, or
reverse proxy. Reverse proxy
means if the traffic that is coming from the internet,
right?
And if the traffic is leaving from the office or the from the client place,
and there you are placing F5. Let us say there you are placing F5. It is acting as a forward proxy.
Okay, there is no other much difference. This is the only difference between these two. I mean to say, when we are talking about only the F5,
depending upon the direction of your traffic, this is the difference. Yes.
Yeah, no, the thing is, if the F5 device is already in place, and the traffic they are using the load balancing service or any web hosting service or anything, basically it can be the full proxy, I mean to say forward proxy or reverse proxy, right? The traffic is coming from the outside world, then it will behave as a reverse proxy, and if it leaves from the office
F5,
premises, then it will be, it
right,
can be a forward proxy, right? So
right,
basically it's the forward and the reverse proxy.
right. So let us say these servers need to go to access something over the internet. Okay. These are let us say my apps, and they need to interact with some database server. Let us say, okay, some database server which is residing in the internet. Now traffic need to be moved like this. In that case, it is acting as a forward proxy. It means it is acting as a reverse proxy and the forward proxy both, which is named as a full proxy. Clear?
Okay, means you mean to say if the device is acting as a reverse plus forward, then it is a full proxy, you mean to say?
Right.
Okay, so example, I'm not sure, just as a design part, if the customer is using like the FI load balancer or the WAFs ASM service or anything, in this case, it can be a full proxy, right?
It is a reverse proxy most of the cases.
A reverse
See,
proxy.
let me tell you.
No, no, 1 second.
F5 is a full proxy, okay, by architecture. But if you ask me that in which way or in which fashion it is acting, then I am saying it is acting in a reverse proxy in most of the times.
And now suppose, okay, no, when you say reverse proxy, most of the time, like example, if I'm hosting a website, example xyz.com.
Right.
Okay.
So let us say there are some users. They are coming from the internet and there is a router or maybe some solution, Arbor solution or some solution for the DDoS or something. Okay. Then there is some firewall. After that, there is FI device. After FI device, you have some server, maybe xyz.com or whatever. Okay. Now, when client is coming in this direction to use these resources, our F5 is acting as the reverse proxy. That is what I am saying. It doesn't matter if you are using F5 as a WAF, if you are using F5 as a LTM simple, or in whatever way. It is acting as a reverse proxy now.
Yeah, we have the similar, I mean to say from the internet, we have DDoS service, then means basically router, then Arbor device first, and firewall,
Yeah.
and then firewall, and then there is F5.
Yes.
Router, yeah, basically Arbor is the first gateway of interface, I mean to say for the internet.
It can be any, doesn't matter. I am just giving you an example. It can be Imperva layer, right? It can be any layer. So I'm just providing you the overview, like how your data centers look like.
Yeah, one scenario. Then if the example, if the users in the company, they want to go outside.
Then in that case, it will be, okay, let me tell you, in the reverse direction. Let us say it is a company. Okay. And these people wanted to go outside. So here should be something. Let us say here we are placing F5 LTM. This is acting as a forward. Because you are hiding your internal resources while going to the internet.
But the gateway is not the F5, but the gateway will be different.
Any, right? Gateway can be any. Doesn't matter. It is logical traffic, not the physical traffic, right? Gateway can be router, switch, L3 switch, SD-WAN, whatever. But eventually it is going to the F5. Is it clear?
Yes, okay, fine, okay, got it. And there is one more you have in the F5, that's IAP control. What is that for?
That we will teach. That is nothing, just for the management perspective. Yes, Vishal.
Sir, I have one question. Okay, not regarding with this topology. That we can finish up with this technical question. I have some question. Like as I'm working on these FI products already. Okay, I'm in implementation team. Okay, I'm deploying.
Can you please come closer to the mic?
Okay, am I audible? Or
you are.
Okay. So I'm already working on this FI product. Okay. So what exactly I'm looking for is how to integrate these virtual editions in Azure and in AWS. That is requirement from my client. So where could I get all the things? Means, are we covering this, or is there any other course where you
That is a separate thing, because for the same you need to aware about the Azure and AWS.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm already aware about it. I'm working on
you
the
are aware about
yeah,
it.
AWS
And
files, which are
have you go to the marketplace, downloaded those things, and make the instance up?
yeah, I have account and which paid account with me for Azure
Okay.
as well as AWS.
So if they are spinned up, what is the issue then?
So I just need to understand how to deploy this virtual edition, because I have deployed this 2800, 2600 modules for many sites across the globe.
Ah, okay, okay.
So
So
I'm having an issue about just
it's
deploying this.
nothing hard.
Okay.
Okay, let me tell you, I don't want you to go in that direction, but just a brief
just asking.
introduction I am talking.
Just asking. And one more thing, sir, what is the difference between these recorded videos as well as this live class?
In live classes, like if you have some questions, you can ask me. I can, give you the answers. In recorded videos, like whatever I am telling you, okay, this is a live class for you. But if somebody else is watching this, that would be a recorded video for him.
Okay. Because the thing is that I have a lot of work in pipeline for me. Okay, where I'm already aware about the LTM product, so I'll go for the LTM videos and
Mhm.
GTM videos also. And
Mhm.
if I feel, I'll go for the GTM and ASM live classes, because GTM, that's a priority, and I have to deploy it and hand over to the NOC team.
Got your point. Got
Yeah.
your. So
That's
that's not an issue. Okay, we have some more options as well, that you can go for the recorded videos. If
Yeah.
you wanted to go for lab, you can go recorded videos or lab, or you can go with some assistance. Let us say 1 hour, 2 hour, whatever. But obvious, every individual thing are having their own cost associated, but
okay.
that you can check with our CRM.
Okay. Okay. So you were
Okay.
telling me about those deploying those Azure and AWS.
Sorry.
You're about to telling me about the deploying that file in AWS or Azure in this cloud environment.
On the cloud, no. For this particular class, we are just talking about the virtual edition on the hypervisor. So you saw the lab, right? If you see this lab, in this lab, we have provisioned it. In this lab, we have provisioned it as the virtual edition only. Okay. But again, provisioning, you should have some more, information available, because you are working. I can take those names if you understand. Either it is a single arm or
Yeah. I have deployed in single arm and as well as the dual arm.
okay, you already have done those parts. Probably on this question we can talk later on.
Honestly,
Okay,
I don't have any
we can
experience
connect.
in GTM product, because which is being handled by our onshore engineer. Okay, he's a
Hmm.
foreigner, not an Indian from India.
Hmm.
That's why I'm more inclined to learn about the GTM and ASM. So
Sure,
that I
sure.
could also,
Welcome.
yeah,
We are here to teach you.
yeah. So for my queries, means extra queries, I have to go that extra assessment model, right?
Right. You can just talk with her. Okay, she will inform you what all the things you wanted to go for. Probably you can, match your customization as per your demand.
Okay. Okay.
Sure, sure.
Okay. Sir, may I know your name?
Yeah, my name is Radhe Varma.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Vishal. Anything else from you, Vishal?
No, that was the question. Because whatever you're explaining, I already know about it. That's why there was no question for mine.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Because you are already working.
Yes.
Okay. MIH, do you have some other queries? I hope no. Pawan and Zara, you guys have some other queries? Okay, on the chat, you are seeing no. Fine. So if there are no questions, I hope we are good to wrap it up. Okay. If you people are coming to the live classes, let me tell you, it would be 2 hours for Saturday, 2 hours for Sunday. For one weekend, it would be 4 hours. But you can go for one-on-one as well. And as I was explaining it to the Vishal, you can just take the videos. Okay. One package is videos. Second package, you can go with the videos and lab both if you wanted to practice by your own. And even if you have some doubt and you wanted to clear the doubt also, with videos lab, you can have the doubt session as well. Again, cost would be different for all of the packages. But yeah, you can optimize or you can customize as per your need, howsoever you want it to go. Videos and doubt session, videos and lab session, whatever. Okay, that depends. Whole of the structuring is depending upon your requirement. Okay, if there are no doubts, probably we are good to wrap it up. If there is any question, please speak up. Nothing? Thank you for your time. Have a very great day ahead. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. We'll meet you tomorrow in the GTM session if you are interested, or there is ACI class also. We will meet there in the ACI classes.
Sir, can you provide the link for GTM session here in chat?
Sorry?
Can you provide me the link to join the GTM?
That Zoya will provide.
Okay,
Don't-
I'll get it from there.